We brought you a little one-of-one bag. We thought we'd celebrate you, like obviously Nottingham Gone Girl, Nottingham Company. Got a bit of an unintended matching going on.
I knew it. I could feel it.
It's just like, it's just
Nottingham
the vibe,
vibes, isn't it?
You
That's
gotta,
what it is.
when you know. But we've got a little bit extra on it actually. So it's reversible. And we've done some embroideries on it that speak a bit to you, a bit to you as a person, to your timeline. Big thanks to your sister for helping us out with this.
Shout out Annabelle.
Shout out to Annabelle who sorted us out. So yeah, what stands out to you really first?
The first bit is be unapologetic of yourself. That one I feel like that's something that means so much to me. And obviously this year especially, I feel other people have picked up on it as well. But is this the Westminster Colts crest?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wesy B, massive.
Because you were quite sporty as a kid. So like, what was it about football that kind of came above like seeing like judo, like dance, like the lot? So what was it about football?
You know what? I don't even know, because it wasn't the first thing I did. I think dance was probably the first thing I did. I was into my musical instruments as well. Played the piano, clarinet. Loved judo, swimming, badminton. I literally tried everything. But football was just like my one true love. It was the thing that I always came back to. I think like when you know is, even when it's hard, like you still want to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
how old were you when you started?
Football, I think I was probably about 8.
Yeah.
In the back garden with my brother and my dad. Here we go, Robin Hood.
Classic, knots. We've got to get the knots bits in there. It's just like taking it all over.
And that's got to be Lily, hasn't it?
Thought we put it on as like a little nod to kind of like family. Because obviously like growing up like as a woman, like in football, like it's going to be a bit difficult anyway, but like how was like the family support and everything, like getting you kind of from there to like Wolfsburg, like to where you are now? Like you've had a big span.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. I feel like without my family I wouldn't be in this position, because if my mum and dad hadn't run me to training, and also if my sister and my brother probably had to give up some of their things at times, or probably felt like, you know, my football was always the topic of conversation sometimes in the house. So without their understanding and support and love, I definitely wouldn't be in this position. But yeah, little old Lily.
I did a little bit of digging, and obviously you were at Bristol and you beat Barcelona.
Right.
And I seen in the thing that it said that was like one of your like peak moments. That's the day that you did it. But like obviously that's like a massive like time in like your career. Like what do those like significant moments like mean to you, and kind of like the motivation, like how it gets like you going for it?
That, to be honest, I didn't realise that was the date, but now you say it, I'm like, yeah, of course it is. Like, and I think when we beat Barcelona at Ashton Gate, that was just like a big moment in my career, like in the Champions League, first time playing Champions League. We were very much the underdogs, just kind of like, you know, you can achieve anything you set your mind to type thing. And it's just that like reinforcement of hard work pays off, I think, you know, because by that point I was at uni and I was travelling probably 3.5 hours each way to training.
Because you're at Loughborough, weren't you?
I was at Loughborough, yeah. And so what I'd do is I'd drive down on a Friday night, like rush hour, horrific traffic, train Friday night, train Saturday, play Sunday, and then I'd either come back Sunday night or really early Monday morning for my lectures and stuff. So yeah, I was sacrificing a lot of things from a very early age, really.
Because moments like that, I guess, like when you have like no days off like that's a hardcore schedule. When it's those little like significant moments that like motivate you, like what other ones like stand out when you kind of like think about kind of things that have really just stood out to you in your career?
I mean, obviously the whole Euros in general, can't go without mentioning that. My England debut for sure.
Oh, we got a picture of that actually. The one of you running onto the pitch.
Yeah, that's it. When my dad says it looks like I've been given the keys to the chocolate factory, that's the one. You always have like obviously tough times in life, as in football, but when you have those real highs, it just makes it. You want even more. You think that it would satisfy you, and you go, oh no, I don't. I'm done now. It just makes you even more hungry for success.
Yeah, you're just like chasing like more and more of the highs.
Just chasing this high all the time. This last couple of years especially has been amazing in terms of trophies and records set and things like that. Hasn't always been like that through my career. So I'm just trying to enjoy it while it lasts, really. And kind of, for me, when I think about it, it's just like a life's work all coming to fruition. So yeah, I try and just pinch myself a little bit and think, make the most of it, because you don't know how long these things last. And I've been in positions where I didn't think I was going to continue playing, so just try and count my lucky stars that I still get to do that and do what I love, really.
So even like this year at Wembley, like that was very, I think, felt very nostalgic, like watching it and everything. Obviously, I'm sure it felt more nostalgic on the pitch.
Yeah.
Like winning again, getting that celebration at Wembley, like with Chloe Kelly, like doing like the penalty. Like how does that? Obviously, this summer's going to be mental. How does that feel on the build up?
To be honest, I feel like you barely even think about it. You're just thinking about your preparation and like going through all the games and doing everything that you need to do to put yourself and the team in the best place it can be to obviously be successful. So you don't even think about it when you're in it. You're just kind of like, right, on to the next thing. And then obviously after the Finalissima, we're straight back to the league, and we're like all going on about our like title chasing stuff and trying to win cups and things like that. So it's just very much like, that's the thing with football. When you're in it, it's just like business.
Yeah.
And until you get time to really reflect on it, you're like, oh wow, bloody hell, we've come a long way here.
Yeah, like one step after the other, because otherwise it ends up just being like overwhelming. It's a lot to think about when you actually don't take it one step at a time. So this is the other side, obviously. You know, we've got the FIFA goalkeeper, we've got the Euros one, we've got your Euro celebration.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of coming on to it, obviously the Euros was a mad year. Like I think it kind of obviously was a huge step in like your journey, but in terms of actual women's football, it's skyrocketed since. And this summer coming up, what kind of is that feeling for summer? Because it's hard, I guess, for anyone who's not on the pitch to really put in the shoes.
I would say this whole, the last couple of years have just been mad, really. The Euros has taken it on a whole nother level. I've got to say my legs are looking very, very toned in that little embroidery there. I'm really enjoying it. Feel like the Hulk. I think the World Cups are even more prestigious than the Euros. I think the Euros was something really special because it's really rare that you get to do something like that on home soil, and to win it at home was just the maddest thing ever. Life is completely different now. Life's just totally changed. But I think what was great about it is just kind of how the conversations have changed, the way people talk about women's football. You know, they talk about it like football now. It's not just like, oh, women's football this and men's football that. It's just respected as football, and long may that continue. So, excited for the summer. It's obviously a big one.
Yeah. How is kind of those friendships that you form and everything through like the Lioness in your teams? What does that mean to you? Because obviously, I think being a woman, groups of women is important. So having those teammates with you all the time, how is that?
You know what? I think it's really special when you achieve something as a team, because that bond, it lasts a lifetime. It doesn't matter where you go in the world or what you do after that. You're always going to be brought together by those memories, and I think good and bad stuff. Like it brings you together. It's like those mutual experiences, and I think if we can continue to do that and inspire young women, like that's exactly what we want. That's like a legacy that we really want to leave. If you look at kind of the stuff that we've done post tournament in terms of writing to the government and want to make sure that girls have equal access to football and things like that. You know, we want people to get into football. I think it teaches you so many life skills as well, communication, teamwork, as you said.
When you think of the Lionesses, 3 words that just come to mind playing for them.
Winners, pioneers, powerful.
Nice.
It's a good 3.
Is that a good 3?
That's
Pioneers.
solid, yeah.
Hey, brought out the dictionary.